And now for the pledge. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Thank you. I love how much you guys honor that moment of silence and the pledge. I think it's really important to have those moments of brief reflection. And obviously, pledging allegiance to the flag is always a great thing. Just want to do a few announcements before we get rolling. Student Council underclassmen, if you're interested in being a class officer, please see Mr. Hanisch or Ms. Furberg for a nomination form. Any juniors, if you want to go on a college fair, which I strongly recommend, there is one in a couple of weeks on Thursday, sign up in guidance. Key Club, your meeting is after school next Tuesday. Don't forget, the blood drive is Monday. Seniors, if you don't have a plan for this summer, Chinro, paid internship in their fab shop or in the mechanic shop. 2026, turn in your fundraisers. Don't forget about prom tickets. Seniors, couple of new scholarships. Check your emails. And seniors, there are opportunities to speak at those graduation events. The final senior assembly with your underclassmen, giving a message to the underclass students, a celebratory message at the senior awards ceremony where all our scholarships and awards are given out, and then an opportunity for a message at commencement. So if you think that sounds like something you'd like to do, you got to draft a speech, see Mr. Prescott, and submit it for consideration. What's the date today? May 2nd, thank you. All right, let's see who has a birthday today. Nate Packard, happy birthday to Nate Packard. Yeah, give him a little round. It's fun to have a birthday on a school day. All right, we are here. We've got a full agenda this morning. We're going to recognize some students to kick it off, and then we are going to finish up our Clash of the Warriors with a couple of events. I have never seen the cow event so close right down to the end. Seniors, I got to give it up to you. You guys have been great sports. You've been great sports. To the freshmen, sophomores, and juniors, it's close, baby. It's close. This last event is going to determine the champion. You guys have been great role models on sportsmanship. I appreciate that. All right, let's jump into our awards. The nominees for Freshman Student of the Spring. Please come forward to get your certificate. Brooklyn Burse, Evan Day, Austin Harmon, Jacob Keyser, Zen Taylor, Lily Chambers, Madison Irvin, Megan Hatch, Ava Norrie, Emily Sherrier, Lily Gary, Blake Jacobeson, and Aslan Olson. Please come get your certificate. Would Mrs. Neal and Miss Olson please come forward? And the freshman student for the spring, nominated by Mrs. Neal, Miss Olson, David Bolstridge. Are you guys gonna, did you both? Yeah. Sweet, thank you. Here's the microphone.
David possesses hallmark character traits that make him a remarkable individual. He's honest, genuine, hardworking, a good friend, kind, and his most significant trait is courage. David has a well of courage that inspires me. He dares to put his talents out into the world. He offers those up. I've seen him perform in a variety of ways and spaces. Each time, I am impressed with his confidence, positive attitude, and of course, sheer talents. People know that he will show up and follow through. Those choices and actions matter. Congratulations, David, on winning Student of the Quarter. And it's my special honor to introduce a well-known, world-renowned guest, Kermit the Frog.
Hi-ho, Kermit the Frog here. I am pleased to be presenting David with Student of the Quarter. There are so many reasons I feel David is deserving of this recognition. David has a perpetual, genuine smile on his face every day, and that smile always brightens everyone's mood, even though Mrs. Neal nags him not to lose the smile when the character calls for a gloomy attitude. You know, when David walks into a room, because his positive energy radiates and it is contagious. He is a leader in the classroom, and unlike his alter ego, Barista Butt 55, like and subscribe. He has an encouraging word for everyone with whom he comes in contact. He can coax the most reluctant student to dare to stink at something new by being empathetic and willing to take the risk right beside them. I am so excited to watch him continue to grow over the next 3 years. I feel very fortunate that he's decided to grow his love of the arts and his talents in the arts by taking theater classes and being involved with chorus, show chorus, and drama. Congratulations, David.
All right, now on to the sophomore students for the spring term. Please come forward to receive your certificate of being nominated. Alexander Bates, Owen Buck, Carrie Davis, Faith Maybe, Madison Pierce, Abigail Roy, True Viles, Briley Bollier, Jeffrey Carr, Jerry Genero, Owen Menard, Riley Rancourt, Lauren Russell, Rihanna White, Seth Bowden, Chloe Clark, Haley Getchell, Madeline Moore, Gabrielle Randall, Devin Simpson, and Colby Worcester. And Mrs. Neal, hope you didn't go far. And the winner for the sophomore class, nominated by Mrs. Neal, Mizuki Pace.
Mizuki Pace is mature beyond her years. There are so many attributes that I admire about Mizuki and that make her deserving of this award. She is a hardworking student. She challenges herself, she asks probing questions, she produces quality work. I am so proud of the work that she does in classes, even though at many times the things that we do in acting class are way outside of her comfort zone. Mizuki will do anything I ask of her, whether that is tech work behind the scenes of a play, being a clown in front of fifth graders, or helping set things up for a concert. But what is even more impressive about Mizuki is that she doesn't just do what you ask, she notices when people need help, and she always inserts herself with a smile to lend a hand. I am so lucky that she happened to join Acting One last year and became a permanent part of my world. She is a responsible, dependable, kind, caring person that I am proud to know and grateful to work with in drama and in class. Congratulations for being named Student of the Quarter, Ms. Mizuki.
I don't know, this could be kind of fun. I could try my Kermit voice. No? No. Okay. All right, nominees for juniors for the spring term. Would you please come forward to receive your certificate? Alexa Brand, Samantha Geary, Bailey Jones, Orla Murphy, Chloe Sharon, Natalie Cluley, Addison Hawthorne, Bailey Lord, Suri Reimers, Lexi Snowman, Stryker Frazier, Lucas Hennessy, Sage Maloon, and Landon Rowell. Would Mr. Middleswart and Mrs. Neal come forward? The junior spring student nominated by Mrs. Neal and Mr. Middleswart is Danny Melanson.
Danny, I'm not even sure where to begin with Ms. Melanson. I'll start with in life. Danny is confident, Kind, energetic, and a worker. She labors to do her best work in every class. She has lofty goals and does the work required to attain them. She's a great leader in class and works well with others. Now let's talk about Danny on stage. She is a big presence in a small, humble person. She has so many talents and gifts in music and performance, but what is truly impressive is that she doesn't depend on her talent alone, but rather works to hone her skills. She studies, she takes lessons, she seeks as many venues as she can to perform. School, Lakewood, Corinna, surrounding herself with people who are more experienced and learning from them. She takes direction to heart and improves her performances. She analyzes scripts and characters so that she can completely embody them and make her audience believe her. And when Danny's on stage, she draws an audience in and takes them on a journey. I'm so lucky to say that I'm Danny's teacher, director, and last summer, as well as this summer, I get to be her castmate. I am so proud of what Danny brings to Warrior Nation. She's very deserving of this award.
I've become convinced that there's nothing that Danny Melanson cannot do really well. As Ms. Neal just mentioned, outside of class, Melanson is a prolific actress and a multifaceted vocalist, stealing a show in school plays, community productions, and vocal competitions alike. In class, where I've had the good fortune to see Melanson the past 2 years, she is a dynamo as well. A voracious reader, she can tackle and distill everything from obscure foreign fiction to presidential speeches with equal depth and heft. Her writing, without fail, is somehow both incredibly complex and crystal clear. And in discussion, she's a forceful leader for our class, stepping up to help give clarity when needed, but to question and push the collective too. She seeks answers in order to learn, not to be right or to gain praise, and this is contagious to all those around her. And if you need someone to lead a class dance party to get the vibes right before class starts, beatboxing and all, Melanson can do that too. She's an incredible student in person, talented and forceful in everything she does. I'm honored to recognize her for Junior Student of the Quarter. Congrats, Melanson.
Thank you. And now for our senior student for the spring term, would you please come forward to receive your certificate for being nominated? Angela Brockway, Leah Fall, Alex Pearl, Grace Robinson, Riley Smith, Ava Brunel, Sierra Frazier, Carter Pennell, Abigail Roy, Norrell Ward, Jacob Clark, Nathaniel Neeson, Damian Robinson, and Miranda Sargent. And would Mr. Walton please come forward? And the senior student for the spring term nominated by Mr. Walton is Alex Grant.
All right. Student of the Quarter is a chance to acknowledge a student who is exceptional at learning. Such a student must be committed to facing challenges and growing from them. To that end, I am pleased to recognize Alex Grant. Alex is the sort of student that seeks out feedback. He takes challenges in stride and willingly accepts a push to go above and beyond. His conduct in the classroom is something that all students might aspire to. It's been a pleasure to work with him. Congratulations, Alex.
Thank you. All right, on to our next category, our Warriors for the spring term. Will the following students please come forward for being nominated from the freshman class? Caitlin Bemis, Brandon Dunton, Megan Hatch, Jake Littlefield, Delaney Ranlett, Jefferson Buzzle, Levi Godso, Nicholas Height, Eva Nori, Timothy Walker, Sasha Curtis, Sony Grignan, Elliot Laurent, Riley Norris, and Ethan Weeks. And would Mrs. Daly please come forward? And the freshman warrior for the spring term nominated by Mrs. Daly is Aslan Olson.
The child of a teacher has a unique window into a school. They hear about all of it, the stresses, the joys, the exciting opportunities, the frustrations. Aslan Olsen has been hearing about Nokomis for most of her life. And she took all of that information and decided that when she reached high school, she wanted to be here. She wanted to be a warrior. She arrived like a force of nature. She has joined clubs and immersed herself in theater arts. She ran for class office. She is taking classes that challenge her and that will expand her knowledge and experiences. She has made friends throughout the grade levels and seems to know everyone. And she basically runs our advisory, keeping track of birthdays, baking desserts and snacks, coordinating any parties that she decides we need to have, and cheerfully participating in any activity on the agenda, and coercing others to take part. This spring, she decided it would be fun to manage the track team. And when it got stressful, she literally straightened her back and said, "I made a commitment and I need to follow through." Most importantly to me, she is kind to everyone, while also holding everyone to a high standard and gently letting them know if they've slipped. She gives advice, both solicited and unsolicited, and it is always good advice. I think often of the question, what does it mean to be a warrior? This year I have learned from Azzy that a true warrior pushes all of us to be better warriors. That she could arrive as a freshman in a new school and so immediately understand our culture and our values and then actually mirror those back to us on an even deeper and more vibrant level is a testament to Azzy's character. Congrats, Azzy, and thank you.
Thank you. All right, now for our sophomore warriors for the spring term. Nominees, please come forward. Would Morgan Brainerd, Hunter Goodblood, Elizabeth Parker, Devin Simpson, Josh Creswell, Madeline Moore, Braden Penny, Ashley Sinclair Day, Sydney Gardner, Abigail Otis, and Morgan Plungy, please come forward to get your certificate. Would Mr. Lever please come forward? And the sophomore warrior for the spring term, nominated by Mr. Lever, is Kylie Eisenhower.
While the typical warrior archetype can be useful for successful living, traits like courage and bravery, loyalty and strength, integrity and confidence, they can miss the secret sauce that truly makes for an outstanding Nokomis warrior. Kylie exemplifies the often underlooked aspects of being a warrior. She is humble and resilient, embracing challenges and leaning into them as opportunities for growth. She seeks support and guidance when needed and truly desires to master the skills and content rather than just chase a grade. Kylie is a good friend. She cheers on and encourages her peers and teammates, shows up for them when needed, and offers a joke or a friendly jab when the mood could use some lifting. Kylie pays careful attention to detail and is dedicated to achieving quality results. Her diligence on the field and in the classroom mean that she is continually working towards her goals, making use of what resources and opportunities are available. She is tireless in her year has in store for you. Congratulations.
Thank you, Miss Murray. Mrs. Neal, great tag team on the microphone. All right, and the junior warrior for the spring term, nominated by Mrs. Neal, Brady Ludden. And Brady already had plans and is not here, but I still want to recognize him and have Mrs. Neal share why she nominated him.
I am so beyond excited that Brady Ludden is receiving the Warrior of the Quarter. Brady is a conscientious student. He has shown love for music from the day I met him. I love that he's never been afraid to embrace his passion for singing because he has some major gifts vocally. What impresses me even more is that when Brady got to Nokomis, he dared to stink at something new, and he tried acting. And from the time he was a freshman, I knew that he was someone on whom I could depend. That first year, I had to ask him at the last minute to fill in for an actor who wasn't able to fulfill their role in the play. And without hesitation, he said, "Of course I'll help." And he did a great job memorizing and saying the lines. By daring to try, Brady discovered that he enjoyed being on stage, and he has since done so much to hone his skill. Last summer, he auditioned and performed at Lakewood Theater and made a name for himself there. He's grown into an actor who does much more than just memorize lines. Brady now embodies characters. He's grown so comfortable on stage, whether he's singing in jazz, concert, or show chorus, acting as a postal worker, an inattentive boyfriend, or Orpheus, the Greek god of poetry. I feel privileged that I get to be Brady's teacher, director, and for the last 2 summers, this summer and last summer, again, I will be a castmate with him at Lakewood Theater. The growth that I've seen in him over the last 3 years has been immense, and I can't wait to see all that next year will bring. Congratulations, Brady, well deserved.
Thank you, Mrs. Neal. Okay, and now for our senior nominees for Warrior for the spring term. Please come forward to receive your certificate. Jacob Clark, Jarrett Nickerson, Natalie Fitzpatrick, Jade Palmer, Sydney King, and Abigail Roy. And would Mrs. Daly please come forward? And the senior warrior for the spring term nominated by Mrs. Daly is Logan Wyman.
What would I do without Logan Wyman? I asked myself this question last spring as he was literally hand digging a 40-foot trench to plant potatoes in our school garden. I asked it this fall when he was the only upperclassman in a cooking club extravaganza filled with freshman energy. I asked it last year in English class when everyone around him was engaged in a gossip sesh, and he just made eye contact and gave me an amused smile. I asked it on Monday when he was doing his typical Logan thing and just calmly working on an intricate mirror design with absolutely no need for my assistance, allowing me to spend time with students who needed my help. Logan is calm, curious, and hardworking. His capacity for acquiring skills is seemingly boundless. He can use any tool in the shop. He is at ease in the kitchen. He's a skilled writer and conversationalist. And though he doesn't love it, he's allowed me to teach him to knit and shows up for every crafting club. Even with that boundless capacity, or perhaps because of it, he does set clear boundaries for himself. Another trait that I admire and wish I could develop. Here's the thing. I think Logan knows who he is and why he is here. He values education and experience and any opportunity to learn, not just those that are required. Not once has he said, "What's the point of this?" or shrugged off an assignment or activity. He believes in and respects what we do here in Warrior Nation, and he has made the conscious decision to be present in our building, to be involved in our school community, and to take every opportunity we offer to learn and grow. He's a powerful model for our underclassmen, and indeed for all of us. So, what will I do without Logan Wyman in our classrooms and gardens next year? I'm not ready to think about that yet. But I know that he has made Nokomis a more interesting and engaging place to be, and that is a pretty great legacy to leave. Congrats, Logan, and thank you.
Thank you. All right, and on to our final category of awards, and this is probably my most favorite award, and I want to thank all the students. Over 50 students took the time to nominate a classmate for the Fit Like a Warrior Award. And like some of the things you say about each other are really incredible. You know, one person wrote about a classmate, never underestimate the student. They always strive to make everyone included. They wear their heart on their shoulder. Amazing people skills and love every student. They've proven to help students in class with work, helping them mentally to come into class with a welcoming and kind mood. Always been willing to help me when I've needed help. The student is an amazing student, embodies what it means to be a warrior, constantly working to improve grades and become an even better student. I've successfully made a new friend this year in this student. He's a member of my Latin and geometry classes and really does a good job. Has a sense of humor, but also does good work and communicates and when he doesn't understand something. No matter how frustrated, he never gives up. And just it goes on and on about how much you help and support each other, how much you're striving to be better, not only for yourselves, but to support your classmates. I'm really proud of the things that you say. Next time we do another Fit Like a Warrior Award, you get that chance to weigh in. Please make sure you take that moment to recognize a classmate. So I just wanted to say I was really impressed with your nominations. So on to the awards for the freshman class, the Fit Like a Warrior for spring. Please come forward to receive your nomination certificate. Aiden Colby, Zachary Furrow, Kaylee Reynolds, Hallie Coots, Riley Norris, Andrew Franklin, Aslan Olson, please come forward. Would Saridwin Nedred please come forward? So for the winners, students, if you nominate, I'm going to give you the choice to say a few words, or I'll say a few words. So you want to talk, or you want me to? I can do it? I got you. All right. The freshman, Fit Like a Warrior for the spring term, nominated by Saridwin Nedred is Hallie Coots. Here's what Saridwin had to say about Hallie. She's always shows great work ethic. She's never rude and always brings the energy to the classes she's in. Hallie works hard at what she does and always tries her best to go above and beyond. And she's got a smile that lights up a room. Congratulations, Hallie. Okay, on to the sophomore Fit Like a Warrior Award. Would Gabe Layton come forward? I'll get you down here first for your winner. All right, will the following students please come forward to receive their certificate? Max Archambault, Corgan Clark, Haley LaValle, Jordan L. Quinn, Ethan Toner, Madeline Brown, Isaiah Cook, Maddie Pierce, Riley Rancourt, S.J. Welch, Jeffrey Carr, Olivia Cody, Emily Richard, and Alyssa Witten, and Jordan D. Quinn. You want me to talk? You want me to talk for you? I think it's good. I think it's really nice. Okay. Okay. All right, the winner for the sophomore class, nominated by Gabe Layton, is Seth Bowden. Seth was nominated because Seth is shown to be a great friend to everyone, and he loves being a warrior and always shows up and represents for the burgundy and white. He's just a generally good person and a great warrior. Congratulations, Seth. Would Anastasia Bridges please come forward? Here are the junior Fit Like a Warrior for the spring term. Please come forward for your certificate. Isabella Howell, Brianna Kidwell, Dawson Townsend, Jaden Ireland, Thomas Nice, Bailey Jones, and Chloe Sharon. The junior, fit like a warrior for the spring term, nominated by Anastasia Bridges, is Orla Murphy. All right, Orla was nominated because Orla is a student that sets a really high bar for everyone. She's involved in everything and takes really challenging courses. She, too, wears her burgundy and white and is super proud to be a warrior. She's a great role model for all of us. Congratulations, Orla. Would Hallie Coots please come forward? Nominees for the senior, fit like a warrior for the spring term, come forward to get your certificate. Raina Allen, Emma Hodgson, Jade Palmer, Riley Smith, Natalie Brown, Sid King, Abby Reynolds, Simon Chadbourne, Emberly Mishu, and Damian Robinson. And this is unique. I don't think this has ever happened before. So kind of cool. This senior, fit like a warrior for the spring term, nominated by Hallie Coots, is Mia Coots. Congrats, kid. All right, here's what Hallie had to say about her big sister. She always participates in school events and bleeds her school pride. She supports every sports team, band, chorus, plays, etc. She's involved in the school with athletics, as well as extracurricular activities in the National Honor Society. She always has a positive attitude and brings the best out in everyone. She's a true warrior and really built for this award. Congratulations, Mia. All right. Wait, some of those papers are my announcements. Oh, well, I think they're going in the trash. Okay, would Miss Copa please come forward? And Miss Wilson? And Miss Eisenhower? Let's go, whole crew. You ready to take this over? Sure. This is an awesome recognition, and I'm really proud of our students and proud of the work Miss Copa, Miss Eisenhower, Miss Wilson have put into developing this. So, and Mrs. Neo. You ready? Oh, here we go.
Thank you. So the last 2 years, students have participated in what's called the Main Career Exploration Badge, and so they get 40 hours of meaningful work experiences. It's a learning experience, and there's some online work, and so we've had 38 students complete this, and as a thank you for their hard work and their learning, they receive $500. So we just want to award badges and certificates to the students who have already received their checks. And so would the following students please come down, and we'll clap after. So Brandon Bouchard, Derek Crowell, Stryker Frazier, Veronica Dudley, Samantha Gary, Alex Hale, Aiden Hawthorne, Erickson Mills, Micah Parker, Lexi Snowman, Atticus Stratton, and Logan Wyman. So give them a round of applause.
All of you getting that awards, please get in front of the end. We want to just do a group picture.
And also, those of you that are still working to complete your badge, let's get that done so you can get your $500. Most of you have until the end of this year, so it is not too late.
Yeah, don't leave. Hey, this is a good adult lesson. Never leave money sitting on the table. So those of you that are in this program have a chance to get a very cool pin, about $500. All right, where are the helper, passer, outer people? I need you. Might be you guys. All right, our next award is from the Portland Sea Dogs Most Improved Student Award. Next Gen 529 Most Improved Student Program is open to students in grades K through 12 and must be nominated by a teacher to be eligible. Each teacher can nominate one student from each class. The selection process is not based solely on academic achievement. Factors such as development, improvement, and behavior and social aspects are also considered. Each student receives a next-gen most improved student receives a certificate and a complimentary ticket to the Sea Dogs game on May 11th. On the day of the game, students will be honored on the field in a special ceremony before the game, weather permitting, and each student's name will appear on the center field video board. So we got some Warriors who can get down here and get down to Portland and participate in this. Would the following students please come forward to receive your certificate and your game ticket? Anthony Bowden, Owen Buck, Matthew Shute, Corgan Clark, Adam Cole, Derek Crowell, Sasha Curtis, Summer Sear, Tala Davis, Brandon Dunton, Dayton Erickson Battis, Jonathan Furlong, Angel Gagnon, Ethan Gary, Michaela Haining, Megan Hatch, Addison Howe, Kaylee Keniston, Garrett Lawler, Devin Littlefield, Brady Ludden, Jaden McDougal, Quint Morneau, Christian Oliveira, Abigail Otis, Kason Plant, Jordan Elquin, Haley Ramasco, Mackenzie Sewell, Owen Sides, Devin Simpson, Atticus Stratton, Lainey Underhill, Letitia Weeks, Ariana Warenko, and Peyton Woodruff. Congratulations to all those students. Hey, you're welcome, bud. All right, Miss Burton, are you going to be taking over for cow stuff? Miss Olson is? All right, before we get cranking on our cow events to determine this year's champion, I can't wait to see the events. I have a question for the students. Do you guys know what next week is? It's a really special week, and you are going to have a wonderful opportunity next week. Next week. Shh. It's kind of a secret. I don't want the teachers to know this, so don't tell them. Do you promise to keep this? Okay. No. You're keeping it. All right. Next week. Next week is Teacher Appreciation Week. I'm just telling you right now, I got a cool little present for the teachers. Listen, you guys don't know how lucky, how super lucky you have to have a group of really cool, dedicated adults that work super hard to help you. So I'm asking you, make sure you take a moment next week to let that, and when we say teacher, we mean any educator. And I believe anybody who works in a school is an educator. Take a moment to send an email, send a card, go up to that teacher and let them know. Let them know that you appreciate what they do for you. Make sure you take that moment. And don't outdo me with my cool gift. That is a secret. All right, and without further ado, let's figure out who's going to be the cow champion. Give it up for Miss Olson.
All right. Has this not been